presenta.
Yeah, my name is Steve Van Doren, and my dad started Vans back in 1966. We came from Boston, Massachusetts, out to California in '65, and that's where Vans came from with my last name, Van Doren. Yeah, it was a sport, back in the '60s that went away, then came in the '70s, and that's when we started, growing with it. That's where, if you see our logo off the wall, Vans off the wall, that was from the skateboarders like Stacy Peralta, Tony Alva. They were coming off the wall of a pool. The brand itself began with just Vans stores in Southern California. Our first store was in Costa Mesa and then Santana. I feel really excited we're having my dad, start the company. It's a public company today. But I've worked, for years and years in Mexico, and I love seeing the brand get more popular because back in the '80s, all over Mexico City and Guadalajara, there were lots of Vans. They were always canvas shoes, and we sold lots and lots of pairs down there. So I know people down there, love our shoes. I wish they just got to find them. We got to get them to more stores. But the brand itself, growing in the last 6 years, we've probably 5 times our business. So it's really been growing up and blowing up. We have 50 countries that carry our shoes now. We have 12 skate parks all over the country, and I hear there's a new skate park coming to Mexico City. Well, I'm pretty excited. I got to get down and see that.
All right.
So that's great. Yeah, I got the best job in the world. We do Vans Triple Crown of skateboarding, surfing, wakeboarding, BMX, freestyle motocross. Seeing all the youth culture today getting behind skateboarding and snowboarding and surfing is just exciting.
Vans presenta.
Well, I've traveled a lot internationally from professional skateboarding, and I've seen a lot. I've skated with a lot of different people all around the world, and the best part about it is that we're like an underground family. It's like, doesn't matter where you're from. There's a lot of skaters from Israel and like Australia and Brazil and Colombia, and there's Mexico, and there's so many skaters out there that we can become this worldwide family. And skateboarders tend to stick together, and it's been one of the best parts about being a professional skateboarder is all the traveling that I've done.
Don't you realize, get back up this thing with more satellite, because you never run to play, driving you insane, 'cause when your words are gone.
Oh, I think it's real good. I have like friends all over the world just through skating. When I'm skating, I go to another country, it's like that person is my brother. So, we have something in common, and that's skateboarding. It's fun, we both love it, and that's how we meet.
It's awesome, I think. Everywhere you go these days, you see skaters, even though those places you never thought skateboarding were gonna go that far, but I was impressed when I went to Japan. I see so many good skaters there, so I know skateboard is big everywhere.
Yeah, no, it is definitely a subculture. I've heard it's the largest subculture in the world, and it's a lifestyle. It's not just getting on your board and skating, but I think it's kind of the way you look at the world and the way you view things. And you're no matter how much money you make, you're always sort of a part of the street and a part of the skateboard industry as a whole. You never really leave it. I don't think it kind of gets in your blood after a while, and you're sort of always a skater, I think,
You don't wanna believe, 'cause you're human just like me.
Hook up with, anywhere I go. It doesn't matter if I know a guy or not. If he skateboards, he's my bro and he's my best friend, and we hook up and we have a language that we speak together, and we can hang out together,
Vans presenta.
When I was younger, I broke an arm before skating, but I haven't hurt myself too bad lately, but he always lands and stuff, It's part of it's part of skating to slam, but that's fine.
That's the hard part of skating is slamming on the floor. So many falls. When I was a young kid, no problem. You fall as many times as you want. Now, I'm 25 years. I fall on the ground. It hurts when you wake up in the morning.
And I've had all kinds of horror stories with slams. I mean, I've wedged glass inside my hand, a piece of glass inside of my hand. It just went inside of my hand and was there for like 2 days. I mean, big piece, you know, and just a lot of like twisted ankles, you know, and I hyperextended my knee once. So I bent my knee back the other way, like, you know, the wrong way,
like backward.
Right, and dislocated my shoulder, you know, and just a lot of twisted wrists and, you know, broken fingers and, yeah, hit my head a few times, you know.
Presenta.
Hello, my name is Steve Caballero, and I was born in San Jose, California. I've been skating for over 25 years. I started skateboarding in 1976. I discovered skateboarding basically the same how kids discover it, you know. It was real popular at the time, and just reading a lot of the skateboard magazines at the store. I'd pick up the magazine, and I saw what I really liked what I saw in the magazines. I try to emulate, you know, the tricks and build the ramps that I would see, and soon there was a skate park that was built near my home, and I would go there every day and practice, and I just fell in love with the sport. How I became pro was basically going to the skate park every day and practicing and learning new tricks and getting sponsored by the park, and then from getting sponsored from the park, entering competitions and doing well in the competitions, then getting sponsored by a real company, which was Powell Peralta, and entering more competitions and just, you know, progressing, and finally there was a point in my career where I was winning all the amateur contests, and it was time for me to turn professional, and that was in 1980. I've done tours, all over the world. I've gone to like Australia, all over Europe, you know, I've been to Spain, I've been to Mexico, Japan, you know, Taiwan, China. Brought me all over the world. I mean, it's been very fortunate to be able to travel to these places that, you know, people only read about. Well, to me, skateboarding has always been my lifestyle since I was, you know, 12 years old. I lived, breathed, ate skateboarding. I mean, that was pretty much on my mind all the time, and, you know, traveling with skateboarding and just dealing with skateboard companies and just people around the sport. I mean, it's what I do. It's what I think about every day, you know, every night before I go to bed, and, you know, it's been the culture that I've, you know, grown to enjoy, you know, and same with music. It's gone hand in hand with music as well. I went to Guadalajara in Mexico and Mexico City, did some demos there, and it's been a while since I've been to Mexico, so it'd be kind of great to go back there and see all the fans, and I heard pretty popular there still, so. My future in skateboarding is basically try to skate as long as I can and keep traveling and keep progressing and just keep showing the world how fun skateboarding can be. Thank you. Peace.
Vans presenta.
Back then, I was on the original Bain skateboard team for Cadillac and Bain skateboards. Went on to GNS and toured all around the world doing freestyle for demonstrations for years, 10 years.
I became a pro in 1974 by entering the 1974-75 Hang 10 World Championships at the LA Coliseum.
I turned pro at 12 years old and won my first world championships in 1976, 13 years old.
You need to ride pulls, you need to ride parks, you need to ride pipes, you need to ride rails, you need to ride schools, banks, ditches. You need to ride everything, you know? If you're gonna call yourself a skateboarder, that means that you skate everything, and you skate it when it's on, you know what I mean? And those are the guys that are gonna survive.
Just be well versified, wear your safety equipment, be well-rounded. Skate a little bank, skate a little bit of flat, skate a little bit of ramps, and you're gonna be a well-rounded skater.
Vans presenta.
Yeah, my name is Pierre-Luc. I'm 22 years old, and I've been skating since I was about 9. So that's probably like, what, 13 years.
Yo, what's up? It's Chad Musk over here, a.k.a. Muska Beats, chilling with Much Music, man.
Pretty much been like all over the world, like all over Europe, like Brazil, all over America.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of places, you know, Australia, Japan, Europe, Africa, you know, Canada, it's, you know, all over the place, man.
And it's great, you know, like skateboarding is worldwide now, you know, like there's skaters everywhere in the world, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger, so that's good.
I don't do competitions, man. Competition's not me, man. I skateboard street. I ride on the streets, you know what I'm saying? And I don't do competitions. I make videos and magazines, and I like to skateboard street, and there's no competition in the streets, so I just don't compete. Skateboarding is about having fun and not competition.
I just started to skate like street jumps and quarter pipe in front of my house. Then, you know, started skating vert. That's pretty much it, you know. It's just, you just gotta have fun and, you know, try to practice a lot, you know.
Of course, man, my whole life I have problems with the cops skateboarding. What I do is, it ain't new, it's the same shit. Everywhere you go, you get problems. I went to Montreal and I had problems. I went to Los Angeles, I had problems. I went, anywhere you go, you have problems. Sometimes you have cool cops, sometimes you have asshole cops. It's always different, you never know, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, or you can just ride down the street, have fun. That's what skateboarding is. Have fun.
Vans presenta.
Back in 1965, skateboarding was really done by surfers that, you know, grew up and lived in Pacific Palisades and Malibu and the Santa Monica area.
Back then, I was on the original Bain skateboard team for Cadillac and Bain skateboards. Went on to GNS and toured all around the world doing freestyle for demonstrations for years, 10 years.
I became a pro in 1974 by entering the 1974-75 Hang 10 World Championships at the LA Coliseum.
I turned pro at 12 years old and won my first world championships in 1976, 13 years old.
You need to ride pulls, you need to ride parks, you need to ride pipes, you need to ride rails, you need to ride schools, banks, ditches. You need to ride everything, you know? If you're gonna call yourself a skateboarder, that means that you skate everything, and you skate it when it's on, you know what I mean? And those are the guys that are gonna survive.
Just be well versified, wear your safety equipment, be well-rounded. Skate a little bank, skate a little bit of flat, skate a little bit of ramps, and you're gonna be a well-rounded skater.